Hello, everyone. This is Rose Martin, and this is Heaven's Empowerment Program. Today's program is going to be talking about the new moon in Scorpio, and it's going to signal major changes in this world. This is the time where things are going to get going in the world. Things are going to be seen, things are going to be changed, and the world is not going to be the same a week from now as it is today. So I encourage you to listen to see what is going on so that you understand and can function in it. It's a tremendous time in the world. And we're going to get empowered today because we can see the signs in the heavens that show us what the Lord is doing. Now, Scorpio new moon is the month that comes after all the high holy days, the feast, the equilibrium, the changes, the just rewards that are going to be played out or the punishments given. Well, this month starts that. These things are going to be happening. And it's almost as if God is taking his hands off of the world and saying, okay, now, this is the mess you've gotten yourself into. You haven't looked at my words. You haven't understood. You haven't consecrated yourself. Now I'm going to let it just go, and things are going to start happening. We have several planetary arrangements, which we've talked about in other programs and continually talk about because they are going with us for quite a while, at least till 2023. But this month starts a pattern, routine, a purging, a cleansing that will continue on through 2023 for the next 18 to 24 months. All right, so this is now the beginning, the kickoff. And we can relate this, what's happening now, to things that are going on in the heavenlies. The Lord has also shown us that in the next 6 months, the numbers 12 and 27 will be instrumental. 12 at the new moons, 27 at the full moons. 12 at the new moons, which are planting the seeds. Every new moon, we plant a seed. Now, while the world is in chaos, we got a chance to plant seeds in our lives and the world around us this month. 27 is at the full moons when things are revealed. Things are come to their fullness or things start coming to an end. So the full moon is something else. But right now we're focusing on the new moon, which is new insight, new seeds planted, new energy. The sign that we're going to be dealing with is Scorpio. And Scorpio is a sign that has different levels. We've got the Scorpio, Scorpion, and an eagle, which represent it. And this represents our two natures. We can go to the way of the dark, the hidden, the forbidden, death, seclusion, hidden things, secret. Or we can have a spiritual transformation and go to the heavenlies. It's very pronounced this month. Do you feed the flesh or do you feed the spirit? And this is what we're looking at this month, and the whole world is looking at it. So we have a chance to sow into our spiritual lives this month. When you see the chaos going on around us, we know God has a plan, and we got to reach higher to contact, connect, be a part of Him, keeping our eyes on things above and not on earthly things, because the earthly things will disturb you as time comes on now. Because this time is also a time of things being exposed, the down and dirty coming out. And this is going to be happening for a couple months now. And you got to brace yourself because things you're going to find out you didn't even know happened. You didn't know that you were not being told the truth about things. You didn't know that things could be so disgusting in the world. This is the time that's coming right now to us. Okay? So we're going to look at the number 12. 12 is a sign of God's perfect government, right? We have the 12 tribes, the 12 apostles, the 12 gates in the city of the New Jerusalem. We've got the 12 gemstones and all kinds of things which are 12. The 12 in the Bible also leads us to the breastplate of the high priest in the Bible. Now, the breastplate of the high priest had a gemstone that was related to every tribe, and every gemstone had a meaning. Every tribe, and the tribes were arranged around here, around the tabernacle that they carried around and transported, and each had their own jobs. The 12 also relate, of course, to the 12 houses around the natal chart. in the chart of the world, the 12 constellations. So we have the 12 stones in the breastplate. That represents every tribe, and every tribe had a meaning and a purpose and a function. And then we have the Urim and the Thummim. Now these two are the two stones. It was almost like, and it represented the sun and the moon, and this represented the houses and the plant and the tribes and the different meanings. Everyone's had a different meaning. So when they had a question, they would do something with this. I'm not sure exactly how, but it would say either yes or no, yes or no. And this was a way that they could see what was going on. So this was another thing that was corrupted, because people, when they know the power of God, they know He communicates in supernatural ways, they take this to the extreme and pervert it. And this is another thing that was taken away or forgotten and only known probably by the high priest or somebody in Israel. But it does relate to the tribes and to the sun and the moon, the houses, all this kind of thing. All right, so 12 is a very instrumental number. So we've got to familiarize ourselves with this, because we've got this month. So this is November, December, January, February, March, 5 more months. And this is the message, 12, my righteousness. Put my righteousness government in everything you're involved in. 12. This leads us up to Passover. There's a cleansing going on. You see, it's a cleansing time for us and the world. An amazing thing is going on too when we relate the heavenlies to the charts on earth. And we have a very unique combination of things going on right now. In addition to the old versus the new, the top-down structures being destroyed, food shortages, all kinds of disruptions in the weather, political insights coming to the light. I mean, many things are going on. And this is demonstrated in this chart. This is the new moon chart. Now, I've highlighted this because we've got a major sign, if you want to call it, going on in the heavenlies now. We have, these are squares, red square, friction, forcing you to do something. We're being forced to change, forced to things coming into light. And they're all fixed signs. Fixed signs are immutable. They're the anchors of the seasons. They make sure things happen. And if you know any people that have fixed signs in their charts, you know that they don't change. They don't move. They are fixed. And so God has things fixed in the heavens right now that are taking that are putting their energy on this earth. And the amazing thing with this, the fixed signs, we have the fixed sign of Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio, the new moon that we're in right now, the Scorpio. Now, what's missing is one more fixed sign, and that's in Leo. These four are very instrumental in our charts, our seasons. They give us stability and all that. But the four are also related to the four angels, the four faces around the throne of God. This is the ox, the eagle, the lion, and the man, all around the throne of God. And here we have a picture of the 24 elders. And in astrology, relating everything, the 24 elders is the 24 hours of the day. The four are the four seasons. Okay? So we got our heavenly representation, the four cherubim around the throne of God. Direct communication. Now we've got three of these four. See right here, we've got in the seasons here too. The four in this type of thing. We got the Taurus, the lion, the scorpion, and the man. The four fixed signs. God is fixed in the heavens, fixed. And these are the things that are going to make sure this happens. But one of them is missing. One of them is missing in this. You see, the whole side of the chart is empty. This is where the lion is, the lion of the tribe of Judah. Could this be saying, I'm taking my hands off? You want to operate in this mess? Figure it out. Get to the root of it. Get to the bottom. And that's what's happening now. We're getting to the root. We're getting to the bottom. No more wondering, are things going to get better? Are things just going to get smoothed out without us doing anything? No, we have got to put the work in and get it better. Things have to be exposed. Things have to be seen. And this is where now our God in heaven, the four living creatures are there to ensure that God's will is done, that God's orderly government is around this earth. And that's represented here, again, in the seasons, right here. And these are our four seasons, right here. And these are the posts of each four seasons, as those fixed signs. So again, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, around the chart, okay? The fixed things. So God is doing a work. You can see here, example of the tribes also. And here it says, excuse me, make sure I'm pointing to the right things here. Here we have the eagle, and they've got associated with Dan. The bull, here with Ephraim, and this is Reuben, the man, and lion is Judah. Okay, so those are the same things that are associated here and that are in the heavenlies. Our sweet God of the heavens. The four living creatures around the throne of God. So they're speaking to us. They're saying, this is it now. This is go time. We are going to be now experiencing this through the next, definitely through the end of the year, which at the end of the year, December 24th, Christmas Eve of all things, it's going to be even more impactful because these planets move around. And then when they approach each other and they have harder angles, exact angles, that's when exact things happen. So we can expect all kinds of changes, disruptions, because we're going from an old system to a new system. We're going from the old way of doing things, top-down structure, where few people have control of everything, to a time where people are taking control. And you see it now. They got the mama bears and the papa bears in the schools caring about what happens to their children. You know, we just thought everything was on autopilot, working wonderfully. Well, we didn't know we were being mesmerized and soothed and all this stuff while something was getting in there that we don't agree with, that is not good for the world. And you can see that as above, so below, we've got all this trauma here as being reflected in the heavens also. Both ways. Which way do you see it? It's energy coming down and our energy going up. So now we need to cleanse our energy. And it starts with us, each individual person. So this month, the Lord, ask him, what in my life needs to be purged? What habits, what patterns, what obsessions, what kind of things that just do me no good that I know I need to get rid of. Lord, I need your help. I need you this month when things are being transformed to take it away from me. Help me to be pure. Help me to be whole. Help me to conserve the life force that you've put in me to be used for your good and your glory. It starts with each one of us individually. And as we see things going on around us on the higher level, we must know it's happening. God is still in control, and it's happening for the ultimate good. God is cleansing, purifying, removing obstacles to our freedom. We are sovereign. We are rulers. And this is a chance now for us to rule and reign with the Lord. So God says, take your eyes and look at things above, not on earthly things, above the 5D, the love, hope, joy, peace, goodness, wholesomeness, the virtues of God. All these things we should be looking at. And in ourselves, know, as children of God, walking with him as rulers and reigners, that he is in control. It's going to be like Teflon shield, where everything comes right off and doesn't bother you because you know God has a plan. We pray that we're in the right place at the right time. We get into the Word. We get into our quiet time with the Lord and know that we are with him through this, and he will get us out. He will show you answers, situations, put a hold on things because we're in a transition. God's going to intercede in the lives of his children. The word says in Joshua that those who consecrate themselves will be led into the garden. And this is what we need to do, is consecrate ourselves. We've been looking too much at the world, too much at the news, too much at what man says. And this month is the time to really press in. Are we going towards life, that Scorpio with the sting of death? Or are we going to the eagle that flies high with God, overseeing with him, looking from his heavenlies, seeing the picture, what he's doing on this earth? And that's for you, believer. Fear not. The world won't be the same this time next week, but we're heading for a good thing in time. These timelines and these times, they seem to be getting longer sometimes with these things. We thought, okay, we're having that, Jupiter Saturn conjunction and the whole world is going to change to a wonderful thing by the next year. Well, there's a lot of garbage to sort out first, and you're going to start seeing that garbage. But you know that God is pure, holy. His Spirit is with you. Ask him for forgiveness for any area that you've fallen short, and ask him to lead you on the path of righteousness. Consecrate yourself to him, and he will keep you safe through this. So God bless you this month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, and shalom.